if it is on and everything's working correctly, what I'm getting, one day we won't start this stream with me trying to test the stream, but that's how it is. It's a small operation. It's a small operation with a big heart. It's Ass Town on Tour, our high school club's weekly tour around the club's archipelago, looking at the finest and furthest islands that can be provided. God, I need to write this down at some point. Joining me this week, as always, is the mayor of Ass Town himself, David Thayer, Shrink Wrap. David, how's it going?
Pretty good. If I have no computer crashes, I will be happy this evening.
Well, recently we have been plagued with technical issues. Let's hope those technical issues do not come into play tonight. Let's hope there's not a bug in the system. That's a segue for later. Joining us today is the resident rep of Desta Cove High School Club's own Monifa. How's it going?
Hi, good, thank you. Yeah.
It's been a big week, right? I mean, we got some news. Obviously, we've all gotten together for something very special. You know what I'm talking about. I've come dressed as I was dressed for the bug off. It was the bug off. How did you guys do?
So my highest catch was 11, that I was pretty proud of.
What? I mean, I can't even imagine getting that close. My highest was 4. What's the secret?
I'm not playing for a while so that loads of stuff spawn. Works very well. I love your outfit, David.
Oh yeah, David.
Thank you very much.
What?
What happened here? What happened here is that I regretted not participating very much in the fishing tourney, a few months ago, and I thought this time I'm going to go all in on the bug off. So I decided to get into costume. I've got camouflage, night vision goggles, a flower in my hair to attract insects towards me, and then I've got special outdoor sandals for trying to remain silent and creeping up on stuff, cargo shorts to put stuff in my pockets, and then
more bugs to stuff those dirty, greasy bugs in your pockets.
And then, as you can see, we're in matching shirts because we both won prizes, which were these Aloha insect shirts and bug backpacks. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, bug bags or bug packs or something. They're quite small.
All I got was this ladybug rug that we're sitting on top of currently.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that.
It's because I put it inelegantly under the table. I should have put it in better display, but I didn't because I'm terrible at interior decorating, as anybody that visits my house will find out.
Well, you're going to be upset to hear that my top score was 13.
Wow.
And a large part of that is due to the fact that I left a spoiled turnip near my house. It's been there for months, and I always go there and I use it to attract ants and flies. And those ants just kept on respawning. So what I do is I'd scoop up the ants, go away and find the bug, come back and see if the ants had respawned. And if they had, I'd say 50% of my catches were just ants from that. Like, I've never seen as many ants on that turnip. So, yeah, it's all thanks to those ants. Thanks, ants. Thanks.
Thanks, ants, indeed. I just want to share real quick a screenshot from club member Sammy, who had a big old bug off on her island. I think it was her island.
Yeah, it's Sammy Violet.
And there's just it looks like it was rammed with buggy goodness. Yeah, this looked like lots of fun. I'm sad that I didn't get to visit.
Yeah, Sammy said our group max, I think, was 21.
Whoa!
Wow.
And
did you get over 100 or anything yourself?
Yeah, so I don't know whether I got 200, but I think I might have got 200. I definitely got 100.
Yeah, I'm really. Yeah, I got 12, 13. And that's why I only got one rug. I saw that in terms of bugs caught, though, High School Clubber Kate managed to get what was it? 17 in a single day. 17. I need to up my bug game.
I'd love to see video of how that's even possible. That's incredible.
Exactly, Kate. If you're listening, or if her better half Dim is on the chat tonight, as he sometimes is, let us know what the secret was. Of course, big week in terms of events, but also in terms of news, right? Because we got the big drop about the summer update. Did either of you watch the video?
Yes. Swimming. Oh my gosh.
Oh right,
I'm so excited.
I know, right? So get your Astam on tour bingo cards out, because I'm about to mention my wife Judith, and she's been waiting for scubaing to come back, and it's happening.
It is happening, and it looks like it's going to be a little bit more accessible than, well, I don't know. Like it seems to be quite a hard thing to get in New Leaf. You had to really put in some time on the island to get the opportunity to get a wetsuit to then be able to go diving.
Well, I mean, I'm excited about being able to catch even more sea creatures, even though I'm really bad at keeping my Critterpedia up to date, as like everybody knows. But mostly I'm excited about, the big man himself, Pascal, returning.
Yes.
I loved in the trailer how he's kind of on the other side of like the net. Like, I wonder if that's how you encounter him. You've got to go to the outer limits of your island's waters to encounter everybody's favourite sea otter. He looked well, didn't he?
Well, if he's been finding other people to feed him clams, he's got a great game going.
he's immediately brandishing a clam. Actually, I took a screenshot from the trailer, and he's already got one in hand, ready to go.
And one around his neck as well.
I know. Well, the guy's got tape. He's got a lot of flair. He's got drip, as the kids would say. Who else? Firstly, wears overalls in a scuba while they scuba dive. He's got a lovely like. He looks like a lumberjack, but yet I suppose he's meant to look like a kind of like a industrial sea fisherman. Is that what that industry is called? Like a trawler.
If you know, a trawler, yeah.
A trawler, yeah. So I realise whenever we speak about anything, I realise I don't know anything about anything, and the system of language involved with anything. I'm terrible.
I feel your pain.
Also, in the special villager or special characters updates, there was the mysterious sighting of Gulliver in the trailer, but kind of dressed in a more oldie-timey manner. Do we have any theories? As far as I'm aware, I can't remember seeing. When I first saw it, I thought, should I remember this version of Gulliver from a previous game? But then I can't remember it ever happening. But it kind of looks so familiar that it feels right. What are your thoughts?
Well, I've never played any of the previous Animal Crossing games, so everything was new to me. I was a bit confused, because maybe he's just changed his outfit. Because he's been wearing the same outfit for months?
Yeah, that thing must be musky by now.
Well,
and he always gets thrown overboard.
But they managed to throw in some confusion by captioning it Gulliver ? Didn't they? In the preview trailer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's really not clear who exactly that is.
Do you want to hear my theory? I'd like to. There's already some kind of. Firstly, I feel like because Gulliver appears or seems to appear much more frequently in New Horizons than previously, I feel like I'm more exposed to his dialogue, and it does seem that there's some. I've always suspected there's some kind of like mysticism towards Gulliver's Jonah-like propensity for getting shipwrecked, and I kind of wonder if the mysticism goes deeper, and we're kind of getting a Gulliver who's not just marooned, but marooned through time.
Ooh, I quite like that idea.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll get different rewards, because Gulliver's rewards are like some of the coolest stuff in the game.
Well, I guess, yeah, I'm guessing we must do. Although I haven't been collecting his rewards because I've been keeping
the rusted parts.
The rusted parts. So
Oh,
There's quite a backlog of stuff I haven't got yet.
I haven't got the screenshot of this, but want to give a congratulations to Torpor Dust Joe, because I saw that he's joined the Robot Club this week.
Incredible.
Have either of you how close are you two trying to build the robot, and how close have you gotten?
Not trying to build the robot. Haven't even got the recipe. And I would not steal from Gulliver, I'm afraid. I always have to give it back.
This is how I feel, because it's like, yeah, I don't want it to be shipwrecked. Like, although I do notice that sometimes, and maybe I'm wrong, but the day after, rusted parts will show up in the Lost and Found.
You get one rusted part, I think.
Okay, one rusted part. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but you need so many of them for the robot. I still don't have a rocket recipe, so I'm missing a rocket.
You need to, whenever anyone on the chat says that Celeste is there, it's Celeste, right, that gets you the rocket?
I think
It
so.
could be, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right, I should get on it and go and see Celeste as much as I can.
Speaking of Celeste, obviously, want to also I've already unartfully put this on screen, but want to highlight that obviously there's been get-togethers on Big Tuna as well this week for Stargazing Club. Our Discord's Stargazing Club. I really am in desperate need of joining Stargazing Club, but I haven't managed to recently. But it looks like a wonderful time. And also, and as always, you know, the usual suspects appearing in all of these get-togethers, because everybody's such a kind of sociable bunch. I feel really bad now that I'm never there. Somebody ping me next time something's happening.
Yeah, there's always opportunities. People are so, so open and kind with their islands, and as soon as something good is happening, it gets pinged into the chat, and you can just fly. It's so nice.
Yeah, if you're watching the stream and you're new to High Score Club, we'll be dropping a link to our Discord later on. So, you know, hopefully you can come and hang out and have fun with us. Oh no, my button's broken. I'm desperately hammering it, trying to show you the next update on these slides, which is, of course, the hint that we're getting a second summer update coming early August. Now, my hope is that the capping is involved.
Yes.
Any speculations here?
I think you're right that the pier, you know, some kind of boat-based activity would be appropriate. Maybe another area to explore, a bit like Halves Island could be lying off that pier.
So if anybody sorry, David.
I was going to say I'm still waiting for any news on Brewster, but I reckon what better time to go to a cafe than the autumn. So I reckon Brewster won't come to
that's going to be so good. I can't wait to feel like I've got a second job of remembering everybody's coffee preferences. So, but I mean, Brewster and Cappin, if I can just see them, you know, that's my life complete, pretty much, right? There's nothing more I could ask for.
I'm just so surprised that there's so much to it. So literally, I'd never really played or heard of Animal Crossing basically before lockdown. A few of my friends were getting it, and they were like, "Get Animal Crossing," and then I did, and it's just this whole world that changes season by season. It's crazy.
I've got to say, like, I've always loved the season by season thing, but this time it's even more special because not only are we getting real time like updates that change the game for everybody, but it's also preventing time travelers from spoiling too much, because there's a lot of stuff that we all don't know. We're learning together and getting to experience it together, which is really great. I've just seen in the chat, Sammy's thinking, if Sammy's asking whether or not Brewster is going to get a pumpkin spice latte. Now that would make a lot of sense.
That's genuinely what I was imagining probably will happen.
But Brewster's a little bit of a coffee snob, right? Is he gonna want to be putting? Is he gonna want to be doing?
Maybe because with this game they're giving us little twists on things. So though we've had Red come back and so on, who's to say we wouldn't get Brewster and, you know, a mini Brewster or a modernized Brewster that might be offering more types of drink.
Oh,
I wouldn't put it past this game.
I would love if Brewster, we had a kind of, Brewster's hip son or daughter, like giving us some
Matcha latte with oat milk,
oh,
please.
exactly. Would love to see that. Brewster Jr., Mayor Sailor says in the chat, we need this in our lives. Somebody call the devs now. I need to apologise, by the way, everybody. I did something terrible last week, as was exposed as we were starting this episode. There was some errors in last week's birthdays report. I think a couple of people, I got their birthday wrong by a day. I'm really sorry, but this week, fingers crossed, everybody, this week's birthdays report is going to be dead accurate. So today, if you've got Dina on your island, you should have gotten to help her blow out the candles, because it was today, not yesterday, as I said in last week's report, and I really got to apologise. Sammy says last week Marina loved her birthday and she loved the bug off. She's having a good weekend. We'd love to hear Marina's having a good time. We do stand a fierce queen. Oh, before I carry on, people I know says that he wants to see Cluster instead of Brewster, who would organise murder mysteries, a bit like our good friend Philippa Rice. But I think Philippa actually murdered Brewster during her murder mystery. You can find that on our YouTube channel.
So she could take his place.
Oh, Philippa's the new barista. Damn, people I know also says, because of course he has Dina, he got Dina a marimba and she loved it. Look at her, of course she did. Tomorrow, June 28th, it's Kid's birthday. So if any Kid fans out there, let us know if you're going to get him any presents, what you think he might like. He's a cute little fella. Looks a little, I don't know what personality type is, but he looks like he's the kind of shy and dreamy type. June 29th, it's Cutie Pie. It's everybody's favourite cat with a fringe, Mary. June 30th, of course. It's Brocolo, who we've seen on streams many a time. Screeching Weasel says Mary has the same birthday as him. That's what I like to hear. It's kind of like your own Animal Crossing, like Zodiac, right? Does anybody else know which characters they share a birthday with? I mean, I feel like I need to find out. I'm going to Google this right now. I'm Googling it.
So we're super heartbroken about Mary. We just realised, I'm pretty sure Anna just realised as well, that Mary actually shares his birthday, and Mary is like our favourite that we let leave because she really wanted to go and become a pop star, and we regret it every day.
No, that's so sad. But in a way, better for him, right? Because that means that he doesn't have to share his birthday. with Mary as well. Mary's got a lot of friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's going to be having a big party.
Exactly. You don't want to be the one. You don't want to be the one that has to say, "Can we combine our birthday parties?" Because you're worried that people won't attend yours. Terrible. By the way, I've just looked it up, and I share my birthday with Sparrow, who I've never seen, but he looks amazing. He's like a sparrow with a wonderful goatee and rosy red cheeks. Love that.
Maybe what you need is an amiibo card so that you can make that happen.
Oh yeah, I'm going off to eBay after this. Me and Sparrow, we're going to see what happens. And then on June 30th, it's Weber. I mean, Weber's just a true fave. June 30th. And then speaking of true faves, on July the 1st, it's Jock Extraordinaire, Kurt. Or, if I've never had Kurt, I dream of having Kurt one day. Love his whole vibe. And then on July the 2nd, Agent S. Has anybody got Agent S? I've never met Agent S in real life ever. I believe Agent S kind of joined the game kind of a few games ago, but I've never met them. Hoyi says that she loves Kurt. He's an MVP because I believe he has MVP written on his t-shirt. Let me know if I'm not right. I'm not right with that one. July 3rd, another character that I've never met, Blair, who is ostensibly a very cute squirrel. I'm assuming that she's a pleasure to be around. Let us know if you have her and that isn't the case. You know, maybe she's a ginormous jerk. That would surprise me a lot, but I don't. You know, I don't believe that would be the case. And then finally, July the 4th, of course, Stars and Stripes, baby. It's Apollo, a high school club favourite, in fact, who I think advanced quite far in the Village of Votoff that we had just before New Horizons came out.
And an Animal Crossing classic.
And of course, yeah, he's not an OG, right? Is he an OG?
At least from Wild World, but
At least
possibly
from
OG.
Wild World. People I know says Apollo is a hunk. He truly, truly is. And then just before we head off to Desta Cove, just want to remind everybody that we've got a little fan art project on the go, New Horizons travel guides. If you head over to our website, which I'm gonna say that Ho is gonna drop the URL for in the chat. Sorry, Ho, for putting you on the spot. Head over there to find out how you can take part if you want to draw some lovely images from your favourite villages or the favourite parts of your island to help us chronicle the High School Club archipelago properly. Sammy says that she got Apollo when she turned on Pocket Camp. Dream! And then, just like that, we're off. I'm about to head on the plane, everybody. Just taking a drink of water there. The birthdays, that really takes it out of me, you know. There's a lot to go through. There's a lot of pressure now knowing that I messed it up last time.
Well, because you're ruining the birthdays of numerous villagers if you make a mistake.
I'd like to believe that nobody took my advice and missed a birthday. If you did, I'm very, very sorry. DM me and we'll talk about reparations. Right now I'm flying over the island. It looks great already. I'm seeing a lot of kind of custom nature. It's very exciting.
Yeah, I'm not the most creative, so I didn't make it, but I placed.
You know what? The game, it's a curator's game, right?
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's all about curation. You're still got to make the right choices and find stuff in the right places.
Mayor Sailor says he wants to do a big tuna travel guide, but he ain't no artist, sadly. Well, you know, get in touch, Mayor Sailor, and we'll see if we can arrange something. So we're here on the island.
Welcome,
Hello.
guys.
Oh, well, I feel like I should get out of my bug catching outfit and into something a little bit more comfortable. There we go. That's better.
Now, this is already something that I don't think I've seen before, which is like a cliff face at the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. So you'll see kind of why it's there in a moment.
Okay.
But I was inspired by so Mary's Island, which is just so beautiful and natural, and I just thought to myself, I want an island like that. So then revamped my entire kind of beginning to feel a bit more, I don't know.
Epic.
Yeah, earthy.
Earthy. I love it. I've actually this is the first time I've been to Desta Cove, I think. So it's all new to me, and I'm already like, wow, like David, I've never seen an immediate cliff, and so much like so many water features. Is that the right word? So much water already. The
Yeah,
flowers.
I'm obsessed with waterfalls, and I love flowers. So first we're gonna go up here
Okay.
and take this little hidden ramp.
But we're just walking past this fascinating table with appears to be a Neanderthal skull, and I thought it was crystal ball, but I think it's a fish snow globe.
Yeah, it's a sea snow globe.
I love it.
Oh, I can't quite tell you why it's decorated like that, but
It's one of the mysteries, part of the lore of the island.
This is the hangover from Watering Club. The few flowers left that I want to reproduce. Blue roses and green mums.
And was this thank you anything to do with Watering Club?
Yeah, so just to make it easier, I think most people did like custom design. So I made these arrows up here, it's like these little water droplets for the direction of the watering, and then a little thank you sign so that people knew that was the end of the watering and that I was very grateful.
Aww.
See?
Shout out to Watering Club as well.
Yeah.
Yes, we're not so active anymore because everyone has a lot of flowers.
And that's the power of Watering Club. It's like
Yeah.
it's like Batman. You don't always need the Riddler to be fought, but Batman will be there when the next opportunity arises.
So this is probably one of my favourite features of the island. So I call it highlight, and it's like just a little jump.
I love it. And also it's so great to kind of get to kind of see the island from like I would say aerial view, but it's nice to kind of get a little sense of the layout of the front part of the island from above. I feel like we can see more of it. I guess the vantage point is slightly different to when you're on ground level.
I feel
Yeah,
like I'm in an adventure game and I found a secret route.
Oh yeah, it's like we're at the top of World 1-2 in Super Mario Brothers.
and I guess I wanted it to be kind of fun with the jump, but also not impede the islanders' travel too much, because obviously they can't
yeah.
jump over things.
Is it upsetting if you see
Losers.
a really interesting bug on one of the jumps and then you have to jump into it?
Oh.
That's actually never happened.
Oh, good.
Okay. Well, the first thing I want to say is I briefly saw Sailor Moon as we were jumping through, and that got me very excited. But now, what's happening down here?
So it's called Happy Baby,
Happy Baby.
and
Love that sign.
It's a baby shop. It's just all your baby accessories, baby clothes, baby hats, baby
Yes.
glasses.
Yes, baby glasses. Babies in peaches.
Yeah.
I've never seen these golden peaches before.
Customizing,
Oh.
like slightly tanned babies.
Oh, so you can buy babies in Happy Baby too.
So my villagers kept giving me rompers. So I thought I should do something with them.
You thought this is clearly what they wanted.
Yeah.
The market is here for a baby shop. Who made the sign, by the way? It's so cute.
I made it.
So you were telling us
There you go.
you weren't making custom textures, but
Yeah.
this one's great.
I'm pretty proud of that, actually. That's probably like the best thing I've made myself.
This is great. I'd like to request that we get a print of this to take back to the studio after this episode.
Oh, sure. But yeah, so this is Happy Baby.
Can't help but notice off the side this very impressive statue
Oh,
next to the water feature.
Yes, so it's
Oh.
definitely Faye.
Hmm.
I think she's got the wrong leg forward, maybe.
Oh.
But I thought it was just perfect to be a centerpiece.
So did you know that was fake when you bought it, or
Yeah.
was that accident?
No, we knew. So Anand is really good at knowing what art is. And I'm
You
really
make it sound so
terrible.
so conceptual.
What is art? Better ask my husband.
He read a book, and he knows the names of all the paintings. So we just kind of
Oh.
look at them, and then he finds the original one, and we do a comparison.
He's going to be furious when he finds out about the Animal Crossing Wikipedia.
No, I love it. I love that. That's the way. I love that. That's the way it's being done. It's how it should
Yeah.
be.
I'm always very impressed by any person who knows can do the real art history when looking at any of the paintings.
Okay, it's free to live here.
No, this is Timbra.
Oh, wait, is this timber in the picture?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
now
have you earned? If you hang on, you haven't earned all these portraits, have you?
Yes. So
Wow.
very
Whoa.
happy. Not everyone, but Timbra and Sprocket.
That's amazing.
I spent maybe 3 weeks with some spurring on from everyone in the group, giving wrapped gifts on a daily basis. So this
Right.
little, the stump, you'll see on my other villagers' houses, they used to store the gifts for the next day. But once I've got their pictures, then the picture goes on the stamp. They still get gifts, but it's not as organised.
Goodness me. I'm feeling very, very. I've really neglected my villagers compared to this. I've. Well,
Would you like to meet Timbra?
yeah.
I'm already very sorry about saying it was Frita. I'm gonna have to apologise. Just still excited about meeting Frita on last week's stream.
I'm just thinking about all the terrible gifts that I've given to Animal Crossing villagers.
This is what happens. I feel guilty, and then I end up meeting them, and they say, "Oh, Marty, I'd forgotten what you look like," then I immediately feel compelled to. I immediately give them a gift without even knowing what's in my inventory, and next thing you know, they've got like a lovely, like stone or something.
But not a tree, because you can't give trees.
You can't give trees, and I wouldn't give my trees. My trees are precious. Timber's sweet.
I really like Timbra. And have you guys noticed that every villager seems to have the plate?
Oh.
No, I didn't notice that, but I mean, I noticed it when I walked in here and I saw the what are their names? What are their names?
Cyrus and
Reese and Cyrus.
there we go.
Yeah.
We got there together.
So
You think we know that, given that we had to see them every single day in Nulu?
What is the deal with the plates?
Spoiler alert, possibly. Although everyone should have finished all of the
There's
all
only
of the wedding challenges now.
2 days left, I believe, so we're right at the end.
Uh-oh.
And so it's just a gift that you get, but then it seems like everyone's been there taking photos, and they all get the same gift from Reese and Cyrus. Being married double joys, half sadness, and quadruples living expenses.
Wait, is that what it says on the plate?
Yeah.
What?
True words, never said.
Yes.
Oh,
What a lovely pair.
again. Oh, now I'm regretting. I had kind of given up on the wedding photography stuff. My heart wasn't really in it.
How dare you give up on true love?
Yeah, there were some real good things there. I really like the organ.
Oh, I want the organ. I haven't got it.
Yeah, if you could keep playing enough to get the organ, because it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that does look good. Oh, brilliant.
So is this Sprocket's house?
This is Sprocket's house.
But Sprocket's not in.
No.
But he
Although
seems
his
to
house
be a
is quite
fan.
boring.
He seems to be a fan of wrestling, though.
Yeah, maybe I typecast him because not every sporty person likes wrestling. But I got really into the idea of having a wrestler, like a green wrestler, and then he's camouflaged behind a green flower, and then the black one's behind a black flower, and
it's like the lovely muscular gnomes.
yeah, exactly.
Gnomes
always-
are going to protect your house.
Exactly.
He's always inviting me to do workouts in the morning. And speaking of morning workout, this is where Rocket goes. Got a little circuit area. And you start with a speed bag.
Wait, I'm going to work on my core strength on the ball, on the yoga ball.
And don't forget about the pool.
Of course.
And you get a nice view of the river as well.
Exactly. So when Sprocket asks me to do morning lap.
Also, it's really having a kind of very few islands seem to have kind of elevated surfaces, elevated ground to the south. It's really cool to kind of have this, like the way where I'm standing right now. It's like the foreground is like all flowers, which is just very. It's a small point, but it's very unusual to see it, and I liked it. So.
Oh, thanks. Well, I'm glad you're impressed by how floral it is, because it's not going to get any less flowery.
Like you said, it was flowers and waterfalls, and they're still going.
Yeah.
That's it.
Although we've got a little bit of a built-up area over here. So towards
also
the back,
just-
it's like our little concert area.
Oh yes.
Sammy sent me this cello today.
Well, cellos are expensive, right?
Yes, they are, and they're beautiful. We had a cello at our real-life wedding. With a cello player, so it's a very nice nod to that. But also, I love cello music. Oh, I can't hear you guys anymore.
Sorry, I was just firstly, I was captivated by the band, and then I was just thinking, I was about to ask. It's really sweet when people put things in their villages that kind of remind them of happy stuff in real life. Like how much of that kind of sensibility do you have when you're kind of arranging things?
I guess it's like just trying to think of things that make me happy when I'm running around the island doing things. So yeah, just like little things like that. Little things like the sound of the water is the thing that I really like about the waterfalls.
Yeah.
And yeah, just creating a place that I'd really like to be.
Oh, Sammy says that she played cello in school. It wasn't white. It wasn't white though. That's why she gave it to you. She's like, oh, not a white one.
I just wanted to mention the extent of your patterning on the floor. Like, you've really gone. Did you start using custom patterns before you got the actual paving tool?
No,
You didn't.
no, literally, it's just after, and it's kind of because I had so many flowers. I needed to figure out a way to pen them in, so that when it rained, they didn't reproduce too much. And then
I didn't know that.
So this is a subtle way of managing your flower beds.
exactly,
Labour to actually go around picking them all up and stuff.
That is
Yeah.
interesting. Does anyone know if that works with fully transparent patterns? I know that'd be a nightmare to manage.
Yeah, it would be.
Alexis says that she has some graffiti based on some from Paris, which was really cool. I want to see that. Oh, hello. Where are we now?
and so this is a restaurant, La Luna.
Oh, yes.
Oh, by the river.
Yeah, and it's got a telephone for reservations, which is very important.
Of course, it's just another thing I love about like what people introduce into the like spaces that they're trying to replicate in the game, realistic elements, and like it's really interesting that you thought, oh, they're going to need a phone. It's like how we said in the previous episodes, like not everybody has a toilet in their house, but people will have things like, oh, I need to have like I don't know, like, oh, I need to have like a ship in a bottle in my house because that gives it the vibe of like my grandparents' home, etc., or something like that. It's just cool to see the things that people perceive as being important in a space. Or is this just a case where you had an extra phone and you were like, they're going to need a phone in La Luna?
Yeah, I mean, I guess my planning of spaces is random things that I end up having and then building out from there. But with the phone, I think I had the restaurant and then I got a phone and then I was like, where would this fit? But definitely here, because it's the only restaurant on the island. It's definitely the classiest joint here.
It's super classy.
Good use of the moon, which is a great item, but I always think, where does this go? Like, what? It's such a strange thing.
Yeah, it has to be
But having it as a centerpiece, yeah.
Yeah.
Hamish and Mercedes say they want the moon so bad, and I've got the moon recipe, so if you have the parts, I can make you both moons. If you
Yeah, same here. It's just stars, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you might need one big star piece and then the rest are small star pieces. We'll check the recipe card a bit. Hello, gold roses. Oh, also, who's this little fellow?
So I was a little bit underwhelmed actually when I got the frog, because the frog looks so good. Once you catch one and you hold it up, I think he looks great, and he's like all wiggly and movie and looks a bit surprised. and then this thing. It's just, to me, it's just a bit disappointing. It's so small.
And static, you know. We like
Yeah.
frogs with a bit of vigour in them. Shout out to Ho, of course, from High School Club's debug team, who I think is genuinely repulsed by frogs. So she's probably having a horrible time just looking at this very stationary frog.
If it's a small model one, that's the best kind as far as she's concerned. Yeah.
And then I've also got a zebra turkey fish
The best
over
fish.
here. Yeah. Make up your mind. And yeah, a wasp. I want a collection of a lot of flicked artwork over here, but he comes so infrequently to Desta Cove.
Yeah, I was hoping to be able to commission some artwork today, but that wasn't one of the options, was it?
Sadly not.
No, not permitted.
Oh, hello. See a little hot tub situation going on here.
Yeah, this is a spa,
Oh, yes.
which, to be honest, I just really wanted to place a tourist bathtub somewhere.
Love the idea of a seafront spa as well. Very, very, it just feels, again, very classy, you know. Somebody get the cucumber slices out and let's just relax.
Right?
I like how you put these privacy walls up around here, but then if people, you know, there's a cruise ship going past, with their binoculars looking straight in.
People I know has just gotten excited because I think there is a new Zodiac recipe soon. Which Zodiac sign's next? Horoscope
This is
people.
Cancer, isn't it? This
Ah,
sign.
Cancer.
Oh yeah, I got a recipe for that recently.
I haven't seen Celeste yet.
Neither have
Um,
I shouldn't
I'm
hit my phone, I'm
excited.
going to get lost.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
I. Oh yeah.
Here I am.
It's Cancer now, and Ho says it's going to be Leo next.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. The year's going by really quickly. Actually,
I
there's
know,
something
right?
about lockdown that's just making us kind of speed through everything.
It's genuinely crazy, and also I suppose not helped by the intense amount of Animal Crossing that we've all been playing.
Oh,
Oh
missed it there.
yes. Oh sorry, hello. Sorry, I was just saying it. I was just saying that the intense amount of Animal Crossing we're playing is also probably contributing to that. Okay, so this is really, really cool. Love this hopscotch with the bits of chalk on the ground as well.
Yeah.
this
So
is-
this was not made by me. This was found.
Must be multiple patterns though.
Yeah, it's about 8.
Oh,
Really? Oh.
Yeah, which is a lot of real estate in my custom pattern area, but I'm keeping it
Worth
for the
it.
moment.
So worth it. Love the bunny
Yeah.
rabbit and the dog. Sorry, I'm a sucker.
If only
for
there
it.
was a hot
Please.
button I could press.
I know, right? That you know, as always, we're kind of left wishing, and I know we shouldn't be left wishing because there's so much new stuff in this game compared to previous Animal Crossings. That like we always feel like we want to interact with the fun things. Like I wish we could go down this slide.
Yeah, and you know, the dancing, I think people were talking about that this week. Having a button to press to dance when you're at the parties and everyone else is dancing.
Yes.
And it's like, I want to dance with you.
Well, there was in New Leaf when you went to the nightclub,
Oh,
you would
yeah.
dance in there automatically. So it's technically possible for them to make Animal Crossing characters dance.
We need to. Maybe that's the next summer update. Dancing.
I hope so.
Love the big field of flowers to our left as well.
Yeah, we're gonna go over there, I think.
Oh, I feel so
yeah.
rude walking through flowers always. Oh, lovely Sphinx. After us talking about Gulliver earlier.
And yeah, I mean, this is basically just flowers. I did pattern these.
Yeah, it's very,
Yeah.
very neat.
And then, so this is the route that I give everyone to go to Red. If you roll over here,
Excellent.
I feel like yes, that's how you know that you're going into a dangerous scenario. The commando rolling through the archway. I've got to get my ladder out. Okay. Descend onto the secret beach. Now, I haven't seen Red in a while, so I'm gonna look out to the sea really wistfully, hoping that my favourite special character returns soon.
Did you guys see Sammy's summoning circle?
I didn't, but I want to.
I think she's posted a picture of it on the chat. It's pretty impressive.
Oh,
Hopefully it works.
well, hopefully Sammy will let us visit her island in future.
I feel like I've been quite lucky with Red. Comparatively, I think I must have seen him 4 times, maybe.
That's
Already?
Jammy Dodger.
Mm.
See, I had this great wish that if I played the game less, if I didn't play the game every day, it might like queue up. The chance of seeing Red would increase, but it doesn't happen.
I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works.
It's really interesting as well because I would say compared to previous games, they've upped the amount that you see special characters for sure, and so
Yeah.
I'm in no way complaining. I already feel spoiled, but Mayor Sailor on the chat is saying they got to up his spawn rate, and of all the characters, I probably would like to see his spawn rate increase just because he's a merchant, so it actually kind of feels more appropriate that he'd visit more because he wants to rip people off. I mean, make money completely legitimately.
And his other, like his side things, his books are so expensive. Like everything he sells.
This is a great little view down here.
I know.
Thank you. So this is one of our other big attractions, the Desta Cove, which is Waterfalls.
Yes. Are you going in? I'm going to follow.
Yeah, there's not a lot of space down here, but you can do a little.
Feels like spelunking.
Yeah.
And again, just the sound when you're in the middle, the sound of all of the water falling around you is, I love it.
Oh yeah, I need to get down. Sorry, Shrinky's showing me the way.
Must be nice on a hot day to go down there and feel a cooling effect. Just imagining the sound of all that water, or imagining the feel of all that water.
Yeah, I don't know if that would make it better or worse. It's been so hot this week, actually.
I think it's if I play a game like I was playing Animal Crossing the other day when on a really hot day, but it was kind of rainy and windy on my island. That made me feel a bit cooler. Thinking about it.
It's been so hot this week. I'm just enjoying the the relaxing water vibes. It's making me feel better. Luckily, at the moment, I feel like it's calmed down a bit, but it's been a bad couple of days to be a chubby fella. I'll tell you that much.
Well, I've just noticed scrolling up, there's a what do you call them? One of those special flowers that you get.
Oh, hello.
Like a
Oh,
little
yeah.
Lily of the Valley. Is that one?
Yes, cheeky little lily of the valley.
Just
Yeah.
placed there. You didn't mention it. No big deal as we walked past it.
Well, that was the first one, I think, in the original place that it bloomed.
That's
Really?
the original spot. So cool.
Yeah.
Did you have this feature built before it bloomed?
I don't think so. I think it bloomed there and then I built it.
You thought this is the spot. This is where the waterfall. Crevasse? Is that a word? Waterfall crevasse.
I think that
should
works.
live.
It's a good one.
I was going to say crevice, but crevice doesn't sound as nice as crevasse.
So Martin, you do have
Oh,
to.
I'm in the way.
jump-
Sorry.
Sorry, it's very small. It's a little hidey hole.
I guess we could have called the emergency services to get airlifted out of there.
I've still never done that.
Oh, I've done
Well,
it.
if you ever find yourself hemmed in by Martin,
That's
that's
it.
all you need to do.
Get Rossetti on it. Or is it Rossetti? Who knows? Question mark. Mystery. The chat is still talking about Red. People, obviously, everybody loves to see Red, and everybody loves getting real and fake art. Alexis has confessed to a little bit of time traveling to get some cool fake statues. You know, you do you. If it comes to time traveling. Oh, I love it. I love the expanse of water here. Should I go this way, or are we go around the back?
I think round the
I'll follow you.
back.
I'll follow you.
So this is like the first ever flower feature that I did on the island. When I just accidentally kind of multiplied some windflowers.
I don't even have. Well, they windflowers.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I've
don't
got
have any windflowers?
I've got orange. Just orange ones. Just orange ones.
Do you want some? Do you want some please? Some white, some
I'd
oranges.
love some. I haven't been. I did a little bit of watering as part of gardening club, but I've definitely haven't been fighting the good fight with all of the waterers.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, I will friend you after the stream. You can do some digging.
Alexis says the first time she time traveled, she messed up because the date was formatted for North America, and time traveled by a month. Now, if I may be wrong here, but I think Alexis, let me know if I'm right. Alexis is Australian living in North America, right? So that is confusing. I think we can all agree. That the North American date format is one of the world's great mistakes, alongside the imperial measurement system. Two things we need to stop using right now, right? Can we all agree on that, or is that really divisive?
Well, it depends probably what you're used to, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just call me
Yeah,
old-fashioned, but I love the metric system.
So this is our little bamboo area.
Love it.
Oh,
And yeah, a couple of baby Philippines.
Baby Philippers. Get that, somebody get that on the bingo card.
And yeah, it's just a little place to have some tea, listen to some water, sit among some white pansies.
Yes.
And yeah, here are some more lilies of the valley.
I gotta say, and this is something that I love to see as well. I feel like in all of the kind of arms race that everybody's been having to have the nicest village with the most features, it feels like in a lot of islands the amount of nature has really shrunk, and that's to be expected, right? Because once you give people the ability to modify the island, they're going to want to make lots of weird and wonderful things, especially with all the tools that the game gives you to do that. But sometimes I do walk around the bits of my own island that I've really heavily terraformed and paved and made more urbane, I guess. And I do find myself longing for older Animal Crossing games where it's all nature outside. So this makes me really happy to see all this, and also more Lily of the Valleys just strewn around, no big deal.
And then these. So I'd never chopped down bamboo trees before.
Oh.
But this is what you get.
I hadn't even thought of using them as kind of fencing, but you could definitely create kind of natural looking boundary with these, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I just thought they were quite pretty.
Love a leaf pile as well.
Yeah. I love the effect that it makes when when you run through them.
More of that relaxing waterfall ASMR kind of vibes.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know if it's part of something else, but I just noticed the space capsule hanging out behind the cafe little area.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait,
I'm
how
not
did
gonna lie
I miss
about
this?
Isabel told me that to get to 5 stars, I needed to have more features around my island. So I
that's
thought,
what are you going for?
yeah.
Oh, Sammy's pointed out about the leaf pile. The leaf pile is actually 1.5 squares. Is that both ways, 1.5 by 1.5? And that does feel pretty annoying when you're trying to lay things out. But if you've got a natural island, I suppose they're going to be imperfection is encouraged, right? What's the concept? Wabi sabi.
Yes.
Someone.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I know that's something, but I can't remember.
Look. There's two things you need to know about me. I've got verbal diarrhea and I don't know anything. So sometimes the things that tumble out of my mouth, make no sense.
Well, it makes you a great dream host.
If anyone remembers Holly's flex on the chat, this is my version of that. This is every single flower in the game, kind of strewn across here.
Cool.
And round by the waterfall. And then we've got Becky's and Sprinkle's home.
I see. You got your stumps outside with their gifts.
Yes. So this is the original purpose of gift stump. And I might just give Sprinkle if we're gonna drop
Yeah.
in.
I'm going in this as I walk through the door here. Ho again, High School Club's one of High School Club's debug team, also partner to David, says that she'd like to report a crime. David has taken the shandy she'd been saving for watching the stream. David, are you shandied up right now?
I took the shandy that I was saving for drinking while doing the stream.
Oh, you- oh my goodness me. What's the name of this villager? This is Sprinkles.
This is Sprinkle. She is wearing a top designed by Anand. You can see the NDO at the back. It stands for Nando.
Oh,
Nando Fashion.
Well, actually,
yes.
there's something I don't think we've mentioned yet. So you have a cohabiter on your island.
I do indeed. And we will go by his home as well on this tour.
Can we just...
Um,
and is nobody going to mention, like, what a queenly surrounding we're in right now?
Well, yeah, yes.
Yeah, everything is pearlescent. I think everything that I've given her as well, I've customized to be pearl so that she might put it out.
Yes.
But she's quite a fussy villager. Out of all of the things that I've given her, I think that stall over there
Oh, yeah.
is out. Nothing else.
She's
yeah, and
she's
then
also got the
little
plate. I'm just zeroing in on the plate up the top here. Of course. I love... Oh, she's telling me that you have another name. A fantastic name. It's Flower-Loving Troublemaker. Well, we know you love those flowers. But you seem like quite a good resident rep, to tell you the truth. I wouldn't say you're a troublemaker. Are you a troublemaker? What have you been doing to trouble the villagers?
I don't know. I think I'm a very good resident rep. To be fair, they've got a lot of infrastructure. I'm big on infrastructure.
And also natural beauty. Screeching Weasel says the room reminds of a boss in Dark Souls whose name I've forgotten. There was something very boss fight about that room. It's just any room that has columns, you know.
Yeah.
Ominous.
Had a radio on top of it, I spotted.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Becky's over there, but we don't need to visit her if you don't want to. I'm easy.
It's up to you. You take us to all the villages you'd like us to meet.
Okay, well maybe we can leave Becky out, but only because she's very troublesome in becoming my friend.
Okay, that's it. Becky, you snooze, you lose.
So a quick run past. No, to have this little kind of jump over.
Love the little wooden beams, paving slabs. What do you call it when you? I guess it's a wooden paving. That's the word. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, love this little duck. Always a fan of just the duck hanging out, for sure.
And we've got a wheelchair because we need to be accessible.
Of course.
And then this. I mean, I don't know really what this is.
This
Dark garden.
Yeah, this feels like we're kind of on the way to a boss fight as well.
Yeah.
Alexis is calling it a goth garden. It does feel very gothy. Oh, this is a coffee
then,
shop.
When you get to the end, it's actually a board game cafe.
Oh yes,
High class one with people playing Go.
I like that.
I didn't know you could roll the dice in the games.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
can
think
you-
it's just in Catan.
Oh, I was about to say, does interaction with Go do anything? I guess it doesn't.
No, I think it's the Catan looking one that you can,
Oh yeah.
give a dice roll. Oh, and you can roll dice in Ludo as well.
Has anybody has anybody kind of tried to retrofit or like reverse engineer this game to make a version that works? Because it's like, though it's Catan-like, the presence of, I suppose. Wait, the presence of the gold suggests that it's something different, right? There's no gold in Catan, am I wrong? Let me know, Catan.
Yeah, you're
players.
right.
Well,
Yeah.
There isn't.
There's gold in the. If we're gonna get into this, there's gold in the card duel version
Oh.
of Catan, but not in the classic board game version. But I'm sure this isn't actually Catan.
Well,
I'm sure this is an original IP invented by the Animal Crossing team.
Because there's cards in like like Ludo down here too. Is this Ludo?
It looks a little bit like Ludo. And a little bit like Frustration, but without the
Yeah.
bubble in the middle.
Somebody make real versions of these games.
Yeah, and then we've got a random little loom here because when you do your fabric work,
of course,
it's always nice to be by the sea.
I've also got a loom by the sea, and I don't really know. I didn't really know where to put it.
Just saying a loom by the sea, it just feels right. It's like the name of your blog or something. What's going on over here?
So this is a little note of all the villagers who have left.
Oh, that's again so sweet.
So at the end of the island, you can.
Oh, so Weber as well. So that's two people that would have had birthdays next week.
Yeah.
Also, wait, is the second one Raymond?
The second one is Raymond.
You let Raymond go?
I mean, we might have forced Raymond out. And I are not big fans of Raymond.
You could sell Raymond to people for real money.
I know. But I wouldn't have done that. I mean, I'm not a fan of him, but I wouldn't sell him.
You're not a villager trafficker.
Yeah, not going to participate in the villagers slave trade.
Poor Raymond.
Yeah, very poor Raymond. But no, we gave him away.
So what was the problem with Raymond?
Just didn't like him.
Wow.
Maybe it was.
He's too cool. That's the problem. A little bit.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Too cool for us. And I think it was our first experience of a what type of villager is he?
Smug.
What?
Smug. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a guess, by the way. I don't know.
Okay, actually, let's do these two because I don't think you've seen the delights of Paolo's house, which is just behind you.
Okay. Should we go in?
Yeah, let's see what he's got to offer today. And Chad is in, and I'm very excited about Chad being in.
As I go,
I really wanted him to be in.
Well,
it'll be very upsetting if it turns out not to be.
Yeah, I know, right? So there's a lot of Raymond chat going down at the moment.
Ooh.
Mayor Saylor refers to him as a bit corporate. Screeching Weasel says he was so up himself.
I told him we're not Raven fans. We can't help it.
Oh, Paolo also wearing this shirt, very trendy on the island. I can tell.
Yeah, everyone loves it.
Rightly so. It's cool. You could definitely see that on the subreddit, or the streetwear subreddit for sure. Just telling me about your music.
House.
Ooh, like about a specific skull in
the Ankleo skull. Yeah, the eyebrows are great. He's got great energy.
Yeah, I think originally we weren't a fan of Paolo. And I was very offended by the fact that he didn't wear trousers.
Pretty scandalous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but now he's grown on us.
But presumably he doesn't wear trousers so that he can make use of one of the 3 baths at any one time.
3 baths, 2 showers, and a floor toilet.
Wait, I love this. I do love this. I do feel relaxed being here. Actually, it feels very good. Great wet room.
Water. What do you call it?
Oh, the dispenser.
Yeah.
I think I gave him that, and I think it works because, I mean, I guess you could drink out of any of these, really, but you want specifically for drinking.
Yeah, I suppose it's an elephant. Elephants like to bathe, right? And it makes a lot of sense.
And then because of his boyish nature, I gave him some homework as well.
Oh, cool! And also a chef's hat.
He looks great in hats.
It looks, oh god, I'd love to see him in a chef's hat.
It is a shame, actually. He's not wearing any of the hats. All glasses that I've got him. Glasses look very creepy on that.
I can imagine. I guess it's another thing. You must rest them on like the base of your trunk, just and then you would use your trunk to move them over each eye independently.
And then this is Cheddar.
Oh yes, look at the crest on the door.
Yeah, so again, so it's I can't remember, I'm sure we saw it last week on the stream. But customized crest.
Yeah, I think it's the iron. Is it the iron crest?
Yeah.
Which you can then customize. I think all the different custom patterns for it look good.
And it was nice to get a bit of variation because I gave one to Timber as well because she likes expensive things.
I mean, it's my first time in Cheddar's what's the word? Company, and I am absolutely taken by this. Count Cheddar do Desta Cove as they're introducing themselves to me.
So Cheddar was my first villager who turned up in a tent at the campsite, and I really hated him. I remember saying some quite unpleasant things about him on WhatsApp or something. Like he was just so, because he was wearing these sunglasses, a leather jacket, and just looked too cool for school, and was being quite snooty, and sounding a bit like Raymond really. And I thought, oh, I don't like this mouse at all, but he's great. You know, he really warmed up. He's warm cheese, and
Yeah.
he don't stink, so that's good. And he's got a incredible wallpaper as well.
Oh
Very
yeah,
nice
we saw this
wallpaper.
wallpaper last week in James's Island, which I think was in the Nakatomi Towers room.
Yeah.
There's something, because the TV's placed. This is such a kind of small detail, but because the TV's placed on the wall, it's kind of even adding even more to like the like parallax effect of the skyscrapers outside. Also, this shower is very luxe.
Very fancy shower. He came with this shower. And he's also got a very political t-shirt on at the moment.
Sorry. Wait,
Yay,
Cheddar, look at me,
Cheddar.
Cheddar.
I'm
Cheddar.
not going to show you that. And I did, so I've been gifting him studio lights and a TV camera. Unfortunately, he's replaced it. But that does somewhat change the tone of this room when he's got them up.
I'm desperately trying to get Cheddar's Black Lives Matter t-shirt on the camera, but he literally keeps turning away from me every single time I get the camera out. Oh, he seems so self-aggrandizing. You think he'd want to be facing the camera at all times, but obviously, you know, very stylish, because, you know, also we haven't mentioned the hat, which, you know, is again quite incredible.
Cavalier hat, yeah. And so it's funny because I didn't realise this before I gave it to him, but it shrinks to fit between his ears.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very cute.
I love that. That must be a feature of the like Able Sisters technology.
I'm just fascinated that you've got two bathroom-based villages living so close to each other.
Yeah, and that was completely that's just the order of the houses, and they ended up both being toilet houses. So this is Celia. I won't take you in, but just enjoy the photo.
Oh,
Did this Celia come from my town by any chance, or was it a different Celia?
It's a different Celia.
Ah.
But I really like the idea of, like taking a villager that someone else has had. But it's such a delicate balance, isn't it?
Well, it's also up to the villagers a lot of the time, whether they'll transfer of their own accord.
Well, Sammy is going back to the hats growing and shrinking between villagers. Sammy likes that the frogs wear tiny hats between their eyes, of course.
This is Deirdre.
Deirdre!
And speaking of hats as well, have you noticed that when you give villagers who don't wear trousers, like trouser costumes or trouser outfits, they become dresses?
Oh, I haven't.
No.
Does that mean
Again, because I don't give them anything good.
Does that mean that they take them away and like do some adjustments?
So but like very, very quickly. So as soon as they get it, maybe they've got like little like knives with them, so
Well,
they split the middle really quickly.
they
and
run
then
over
cut
to
it
the loom by the sea real quick and make some adjustments. Although I guess you can't make adjustments on a loom. Shows you what I know.
off. Yeah. And then this is Tammy's house. Tammy's our newest villager, but she's not in. Oh, okay, she's here. She's by the bookshop.
Hey.
Oh.
Well, it's a book. Well, firstly, bookshop. I'll talk. Oh, I'm not getting a good look at her. We'll wait until Tammy turns round.
So from the way that she described herself, and like wearing a sporty jacket, and when I spoke to her, she seemed very sporty. And then I went into her house, and like everything's yellow and cute. I was like, I need to completely rethink my gifts.
She's got a wonderful tracksuit on. I'll tell you that much. Okay, this is very, very cute and cozy. Surprisingly cozy for a bookstore by the sea.
Yeah, I guess it's a mix. I haven't decided whether it's a bookshop or a library. But maybe it's kind of, between the two. Between the two.
Either way, very salty books.
Yeah. Although these ones are protected. The ones in the tiny library.
Yeah.
Our local library is a library/bookshop, so I feel at home here.
Yeah, I like the anchor decoration to go with it.
I remember where we got that from. Was that the fishing tourney?
Yes, I think so. Also, I'm very jealous of like this whole row of things, the community library or the mini library, whatever it's called, the anchor and the bookcase. All things that I'd love to have, but because I'm very negligent at collecting recipes, I don't yet have the recipes. And also, I was very negligent in the fishing tourney. I'm just very negligent in general. Welcome to my life.
It took quite a while to get the tiny library. That was one of the recipes that I really, really wanted, actually. And I'm sure a kind soul on the Discord had a spare one.
And even once you've got the recipe, it's quite hard to actually get the materials you need to make one.
Yeah,
ordering books, I think.
This is a little beach play area.
Always
all my other
Always good to have a pina colada by your side.
And a little, zipper. You've got to find somewhere on your island to put zipper.
100%. I mean, if zipper's doesn't have a presence in your island all year round, what are you, afraid of creepy stuff?
I do like that. That's like the last remnant of the whole egg day thing. As far as we know.
The whole you make it sound like it was a nightmare. The whole egg day.
Well, I did nearly say that. Seems that's such a surreal time thinking back on it now, and there's just eggs cascading out of everything.
Yeah, I'm glad they stopped that.
It's the bug off. It's the bug off tent.
Yeah, I didn't think they would leave the bug off tent actually. But Flick's disappeared.
Flick's just left you to clean up the mess. Disgraceful. Also, we've got. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say he did say he was going to leave at 8 o'clock. So.
Yeah, he didn't say. He didn't say I'm going to leave at 8 o'clock, and I'm going to leave you to clean up my garbage. What a rotter. Also, obviously, it's one of those rare nights tonight where we're not going to end with KK Slider because KK came on a Friday this week.
I hope everyone remembered to go and check him out on Friday night.
I did not, so I think I've only got one record I need, and I think it's a KK request. So I haven't got it yet. So over here is the Sailor Moon that I spotted earlier.
Oh,
yeah, she works at the flower shop.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure someone visited and asked me where I got it from, and I couldn't find it again.
It's really perfect. Like, who was the genius level intellect that thought that the sleeves looked like ponytails? Is that what it is? Is it sleeves?
Yeah, it's
like a
sleeves
dress
on the elegant dress.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, I've got in the exact right position now to see the whole thing.
Yeah, so you can see the full body.
You need to get the Sailor Moon theme as your town tune. Oh, we're seeing the flag as well. Talk to us about the flag.
Okay, this was the first thing that I designed. It's just cherry. So I call it. It's called Cherry Island, I think, and it's just because that was the only thing on the island at the time. Cherry.
Love it. What's the thing in front of on the beach represent?
Sorry.
What's the pink symbol on the beach? What does it represent?
Nothing in particular. It's just a shape that
I
I
like
could
it.
make.
And that's how they made flags in the old days. By the way, this outfit change, I mean, I feel underdressed now.
Thanks. Well, we're gonna do houses, so I feel like you need to be
Okay.
dressed for the occasion.
You've got the
Yeah.
the 1 million bell crown on.
Yes, which was a delightful purchase. So this, and obviously I need to be dressed for the bow.
Now,
Hello.
who's this?
So this is Anand's shrine, which you have to prostrate to every day. Five bows.
Wait, how'd you bow?
I'm apologetic.
Oh, not mistaken. I did mistaken.
I don't have apologetic. I won't sneeze on it because obviously that's very disrespectful in the current climate. Do you know what? I'm a little bit intimidated by it, so I'll do shyness.
I sneezed
Oh,
on it.
you can sneeze. You can sneeze if you cohabit, right?
True. So this is Anand's house.
Yes.
He's got some bins outside.
Always good.
We should say Anand, aka Screeching Weasel, who'll be on the chat, watching this very stream.
Oh wait. Oh no, I'm stuck. Why am I stuck? Okay, so I'm unstuck. Alexis loves sneezing near characters to see them be shocked.
Oh,
And you said the last
Yeah.
remnant.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh, I'm covered in. Uh-oh. Talk about a zipper shrine. Also love the love that you have to hurdle over an egg to enter the egg experience.
Yeah, I think that's probably my favourite thing about the stream. But I do think it's really well designed. Anand is very into his redesign it.
So what's his obsession with eggs?
So I think Bunny Day was like the last time that he really played, like really properly played, and he got every single Bunny Day item. And then this is a hangover, I think, from the fact that he got it all, so then it all went into a room.
Yeah.
And it's so beautifully designed. Why change it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, you can, anytime you want to feel like it's Bunny Day, come in here.
We actually found on Etsy a like an Easter themed. It looked very Bunny Day themed. Just after Easter, and it was on sale. It was like a cushion cover, so we bought it. So it would be Bunny Day every day
Yes.
in the Mazea household.
Love it.
And then this room is a very great room as well.
Okay.
Get ready. Oh, it's changed since I was last in it.
Oh, okay. So you're getting little surprises on this stream too. Oh, hello.
Goodness me.
Oh, hello. It's not everybody has a T-Rex hanging about in their kitchen. Also, I love the cat/dog food on the floor. Very good. Very.
Is that for the T-Rex?
Yeah, I think it's for the T-Rex.
It doesn't seem like the portion sizes are big enough. I guess that's why he's wasted away. Also, I've never seen this table before either. That's really cool. Do I not have the recipe for that? I guess I don't have the recipe for it.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. But wooden. Oh, it's a wooden low table.
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, in the fridge there's a egg day outfit. Unsurprisingly. This is,
Yeah, so
I mean, it's very classy. I've got to say.
I gave Anand all of the fossils that I was digging up because he said he wanted to make a fossil feature on the island.
Oh,
I guess this is what he meant.
Love how it's like it's crammed in, literally crammed into the corner, the exact right size. Also, of course, you know, some Happy Home Academy awards. You know, how can you not award a man that keeps a T-Rex in his kitchen?
that's a good point.
And on
I
the
should
chat
try that
says
myself.
it didn't know the outfit was in the fridge. I think it's only because of a previous stream that I know that the fridge is double as wardrobes.
I think it's pretty much any object that has a door on it.
Yeah, basically. I think the new
Oh,
item we got today is a wardrobe as well.
this is an interesting room. Feels like there's a lot of stories in this room. It's, you know, it's like, again, I don't know why we don't normally reference Batman so much on these streams. It's like Batman's cave full of artifacts from his adventures, and this feels kind of the same, like a gramophone, a Rover suitcase, telephone box,
Okay,
plasma
it's
ball.
very mystical. Well, not
Yeah.
mystical, but yeah.
It's definitely an ideation room. You sit at your typewriter and you look at all your creepy doll.
And what's this thing on the wall? Not the light.
Oh yeah, what is that?
It's a reflector that you
Oh.
wear on your head, like on your forehead.
Oh.
It's like medical equipment, maybe.
Okay, serious question time. What do those things do?
What? Reflectors.
Yeah, but what?
I think they're
what's the
fit to
purpose?
illuminate what the wearer is looking at.
Oh, okay. So if
Okay.
if you're staring into like somebody's innards,
Well, let's say the mouth.
of course. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. I should have. Yeah.
Technically an innard, though.
Yeah.
Well, I look at the, you know, my frame of reference is Dr. Mario for, you know, your key reflector
Right.
wearer, and you know he's definitely up to some, you know, some serious medical emergencies.
Yeah. Well, he's got to be able to look at the microscopic bacteria that he's treating with his special pills.
Of course.
I'm sure that's all part of it.
Okay. Yeah, Ho confirms what it's for, but she I mean, I'm just gonna say it. She says, "Yeah, for when you're looking up someone's butthole." Ho.
That's what Dr. Mario's been doing this whole time.
Well, he is a plumber, so I guess at the end of the day, it all comes back to the same place.
Good point.
Cheeky Queen Alexandra bad way.
Yeah.
Look at this. Worth every penny. Oh, it's not. It doesn't cost money, does it? Just costs like
No.
three bucks. $3 for Flick to liberate.
And then these are the 3 weeds that are permitted on the island.
This
Oh,
is where
goodness
they all
me.
live. Yes.
This
love
is
it.
like the inverse of my island, where the top of my island is just all weeds and pansies. But I've let them grow on purpose. I like it.
Oh, I love the little
Yeah.
I love how the fishing nets are like stored here by the drying
Yeah.
squids. That's cool.
I mean, that was mainly a today thing because I went a bit overboard on the number of nets that I made.
How many nets did you go through? That's a good question.
About 3, but I made at least 30.
Okay, firstly,
Oh.
island flag on the floor, a beachfront house. Who could live in a house like this?
And a brand new spider's web door thingy.
Yes,
Yeah,
love
Well-
it.
it's an old house.
I think yours is a different colour. Did you customise it, the door plate?
No, mine were just yellow. My
Mine-
spider door plate.
Mine's black and green, my spider door plate.
Both great Halloween colours. Oh,
Well,
hello.
mine looks mine looks like it's from Tesco.
Oh.
And so I find it interesting because I got 2 as well because you get duplicates
Yeah.
and both of them are yellow because I was wondering if they came in different colours and I just thought
Ah.
they didn't.
Well, we could do a swap.
Yeah, that.
Okay, so several things straight away. One, I love the kind of the kind of natural flooring, feels very appropriate for like a beachfront house. But then also, I have never seen this wallpaper, and just the fact that it has ceiling length windows is just blowing my mind. And then if that wasn't enough, this star chart that I've never seen before. This is full of cool stuff.
And a spider's web up in the corner.
Yeah, well, the story of this room, I inherited this very big house, and this room isn't quite done yet. So you've still got that kind of old floor that I haven't redone,
Ah,
but we've still got some beautiful old features.
I love it.
And yeah, I really love the throwback chair. I don't know why. I'm not a big ball player of any sort.
It's just very like cool to. I think it's just that it's such a kind of like weird thing to throw in the game that it just really stands out. And I love it. Have you got a custom pattern in the magazine over here?
Yes. So that's the the me portrait.
Yeah.
But I adapted it to make the me brown.
It's very cool, and also obviously no home complete without a grand piano. Is this a grand piano?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks grand.
I think it is. I've got an upright piano in the main area, but this is the grand one.
I mean, this feels like Mariah Carey's episode of Cribs right now. Sorry, shout out to everybody over the age of 32 for memories of Cribs.
Not over 32, but do remember Crib.
Okay, good. I thought I was aging myself really desperately there.
And then, like all the villages, I've got
Of
got
course.
to play.
Village unity at all times.
Yeah, I got to be part of the club. I wonder when it goes, because it kind of appeared, I think, after I had the party with Reese and Cyrus, in everyone's houses. But I wonder what how it works.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
I've never had that party, so it's all new to me. I guess it's like royal family, Kate and Will style. On all the shops for ages, and then it'll just go.
I really love that they've come back as like a symbol of like love. It's really strange because it's sad to kind of, like I said, because they were an everyday part of life in New Leaf. It's sad to not see them as much. So it's nice that they get to come back in such a kind of celebratory way, I suppose. I feel a bit gooey about it, to tell you the truth.
But there's no recycling involved. I find that strange.
No, unless all the recycling is, they've taken all the recycling to that's how the photo studio gets its furniture. Maybe just trying to build in the lore.
The one other thing in this room is underneath that wooden table over there.
Oh yeah.
This
oh
one.
yeah. What?
Oh,
Wait. What's this? Who's hidden?
It's Mary.
Oh, why is Mary been forgotten about?
I don't think she's forgotten. She's like always watching,
Oh
like
God.
in a slightly creepy manner.
Yeah, actually, now I'm panning the camera. It does look a bit creepy.
I really didn't notice at all. There was a picture there.
Ho noticed in the chat. I've just seen. Eagle-eyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, the despair about letting Mary go is real. It's so real.
I want to thank
I like that
Dan
there's all these
Lee82
traces-
for following them.
All these traces of the villages that have left still remain. That's
Yeah, I
nice.
love that. That's that. Yeah, the chalk markings at the back of the islands on the kind of sea's edge, so adorable.
Although now that so many villages have left, I'm going to have to use another custom design slot, I think.
That hopscotch is going to get one square shorter.
Yeah.
Oh, love this little readings like / reading space /
Readings.
kitchen.
Slash
Yeah,
workout.
It's not actually a kitchen. It's actually my bedroom. I just like fire.
Well, I suppose you know it's like the cooking device. I don't know what it's called. The kind of like cooking device. It's gonna act like a radiator too, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that we need that at the moment. Wonderful
You can always keep an eye on your
fishing
stew.
flag. Oh, this fishing flag is really, really lovely. With is that a crane? The crane and the turtle?
Yeah.
Let us know if that's not a crane, people. Oh, so Ho says
that
it's
fishing
called
gear.
a traditional cooking hearth.
Yeah, it's definitely supposed to be cooking, but I think it was like the first thing that I put in this room.
It's a very special item. Like who would want to not place that? Also, the cabinet is very, very fancy.
Oh well, this is the Gemini, was it? I think. Yeah,
Oh,
from last month.
oh, I didn't get this. I haven't had a meteor shower in a long time, or rather, I haven't been present at one. I don't know a lot
It's
about the.
extremely classy.
It is very. I don't know a lot about the Gemini as a sign. It's the twins, right?
Definitely twins.
Okay.
No, nothing beyond that.
If anyone knows horoscopes in the chat, let us know.
I didn't even know that.
Sammy says she loves that the skirting board matches the hearth. It's the little
Yeah,
details.
yeah.
Also, the flooring is very lovely. Again, flooring feels very beach house.
Mm.
Yeah, so I think it's. Oh, I might be lying. I want to say it's pink giraffe flooring. I could be more.
Oh yeah. It has the kind of like furry kind of texture.
Yeah. It could be both.
But yeah, so this
Very
is
jealous.
kind of my bedroom, and I like how it's got a single bed in it because Anand has his own house.
Okay.
Although his has the balloon bed in it. No, not balloon, egg
Egg
one.
bed. That's the
Egg
yeah.
bed.
Oh, I've accidentally sat on the chair. The egg bed. Yeah. Gotta have an egg bed.
I got really into customizing everything. So there you've got like the tea tray that's customized and the chairs with the cushions that's customized. Really into
Oh,
it.
Very nice.
you've got a little eating nook. That's what I'm gonna call it. Oh, the pizza oven. Oh my god, this feels. I think we mentioned this before. When I'm in somebody's kitchen and I feel like it's a little bit crowded, it feels much more real to me. And like, there's just something about the touches of like the microwave being on like top of the fridge, like, and all where all the kind of utilities, is that the word utilities, appliances, that's what I'm saying, are. It just feels very good and real. That's all I've got to say on the matter.
Right, your panel used at the back here.
I was
Thanks.
asking, is it a William Morris screen?
It is.
Ooh.
I downloaded. So I think it's called the Owl. I downloaded the Owl on Museum Day. When you went onto the V&A website, I think someone posted it on the group, and I downloaded it, and then I thought to myself, I'm not actually using it for anything, so I wanted to use it.
Very nice.
I think it works. That's my changing fridge,
Oh, I see.
and then this is my food fridge.
One for your egg costumes and one for your real eggs.
Yeah.
Although, as I understand it, it's better to keep eggs at room temperature. Chat, is that right?
I've heard that, but I'm an egg fridger. I'm
I mean,
always
yeah.
Let's
It's-
have a splat ornament.
That's
or
it.
a splatfest
Do
to
you-
decide.
Everybody,
What?
we found it. We've been talking about this, what we're going to make our DIY Splatfest theme. Could that be it? Room temperature eggs versus sub-room temperature eggs? You tell us. But, I mean, I'd love a pizza oven. IRL. Because I'm incredibly basic, I've gotten into making bread during lockdowns. I could really, give me a pizza oven and I'll be very happy.
I've also got into bread making. One of my friends has been making a lot of bread. So he very kindly taught me how. We had a Zoom chat
Oh,
where
cool.
he stepped me through making sourdough. And this is my, I think, 4th loaf, which will be ready for Anand's birthday.
Oh, dream.
Yeah, we
I
have like a bread and cheese lunch as our
just love
veggie special.
carbohydrates.
What's the story of the documents on the ground
Oh
here?
yeah, interesting. Are
Um,
have you been committing fraud, and are these going in the pizza oven to destroy the evidence?
Definitely. I think maybe the place that I saw kind of document stacks first for Raymond's house. So I feel like maybe there's a conspiracy
And
there.
this again goes, we distrust Raymond, and he's definitely up to no good. He looks like he spends a lot of money on clothes, but where's the money coming from? No evidence of him having a job. Okay, in terms of the eggs, Alexis is dropping their knowledge. If you buy eggs from a refrigerated area, you should keep those eggs in the fridge. If you never refrigerate them, you can keep them at room temperature. Can't remember why though. Sammy says they feel safer in the fridge, like they won't get knocked accidentally, and that is a very good
point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, also the
vacuum.
Yeah, we didn't mention the vacuum, but it's good to see the vacuum. Also gives like that hint of like the room getting cleaned up, and
Yeah, it's in progress.
But with the kind of outdoorsy floor, it reminds me of something like Luigi's Mansion, where you've got to suck up huge mounds of dirt using the special vacuum.
I still need to finish Luigi's Mansion 3.
It's a good game.
Oh, hello. And if this was an episode of Cribs, we would say, get your bingo card out. This is where the magic happens.
I've actually never seen this wall at night.
Oh.
I've only ever seen it in the day. Wow.
It really is magical. I've never seen this wall, period. I've seen this floor, but you've really, like, seeing the kind of misty floor roll over your, like, celestial carpet. I'm guessing this is a celestial set carpet, is it?
No,
the
I think
rug.
it's horror.
Oh.
So the rug is a magic circle rug.
Oh, so cool.
And there's this horror floor. But obviously it's not magic. There's a fan. We've got an air circulator in the corner because it's all very real at Desta Cove.
I feel very, very at peace in this room, and also the little mobile above the rose bed. It's very, very calming. Also, just the presence of all the fruit furniture just feels very, very lovely. Sammy's saying that she loves the glow in the dark stars, and she says if you turn the lights on, they go white. I've never seen these either, I don't think.
Yeah, so I've only seen them with the lights on, I guess.
Oh, just I say subtle's the wrong word, I guess. I mean the kind of the slight luminescence of everything is just very pleasing. Which is your favourite room in the house? That's the question.
It's a tie. I think this is probably my new favourite.
Okay.
But I also really like our next room, which is upstairs. Because this has been a really big project. Obviously, I've been renovating quite an old house and it's very large, so I've got to have a way to make some money.
Oh, I like where this is going.
Is this where the fraud comes in?
Frog pictures. Oh.
Very wholesome business.
Oh. Okay. Oh, what? Okay, so talk us through this. We appear to be in the middle of a dump. Sorry to speak about your house this way. Talk us through what's happening.
It's a nail salon. I mean, it's not the nicest nail salon. It's very practical. You come in, you get your nails done, and you leave. But you can also get changed.
Yes.
See, I was thinking maybe it was a kind of upcycling.
Yes.
Where you can get your clothes adjusted, and your nails did.
We do that too. You've also got a toilet in case you need the loo. Charge for that.
What is the story with the wallpaper? I've never seen this wallpaper either.
So I fished up a lot of trash, and then you think of a recipe.
Oh.
I was going to say, Martin, this shows that you haven't been dredging up boots and tires.
Look. As we know, I'm not the world's most active resident representative. As every if you've listened to the Town podcast, the progenitor of this stream, then you'll know that my lovely wife did all the dirty work on our new leaf in our new leaf town, so I never had to do any of that, like of the actual work involved. So it's kind of left me at a loose end now. We don't share the same town anymore, so I just don't have anything because I'm super negligent. Sorry, that's me. All right.
One day you two will think of making yourself a garbage site wallpaper.
I love the... Oh, yes! Love the sunflower crown.
Thank you. It's I'm pretty sure you can still get this. Summer solstice. It's one of the special purchases.
Oh, I need to grab that.
On the app.
Yeah.
Need to grab that. Wait, can I order it from your island? Can that be done?
No, you're not allowed to order when you're at someone else.
Okay.
And I gave all my villagers, so I crafted all my villagers crowns because that's how we do. But I gave Sprocket this one. No, it just felt right, and he looks really cute when he wears it now.
Bless. I love also that the footwear matches the outfit.
Yeah.
Very good touch. Okay, we'll go final room.
And this is the final room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so here's what happened. I walked in and I thought, oh wow, look, it's so serene. And then I was like, oh, there's barred doors everywhere. What's happening?
I guess I am definitely a kind of mishmash design of like cute and creepy stuff at the same time.
I mean, this is there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Like, let's unpack it all.
I'm enjoying the uniforms up on the wall.
Yeah, what's the deal with the uniforms?
Good question. I just like to think that when you look at it all feels like it fits.
Yeah, I mean, if I was to walk in here, I feel like I've walked into some kind of horror movie that involves a maid, a chef, a flamenco dancer, and a fireman. So now I'm thinking, is it like a kind of Saw situation? Have these people been trapped here? What's going on? But then also, if they've been trapped, why does it also seem so homely at the same time? What's happening?
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's quite a pretty prison, isn't it?
Yeah, again, it's got a lovely like soft luminescence. Shrinky's feels at peace here for sure.
Well, as the resident rep for Palcatraz, and it seems like home. Although I've never seen this wallpaper before, so you might have to find out how to get that.
Yeah, we need to see that. Shrinky, we need to see Palcatraz on stream sometimes, not to put too much pressure on you. People I know says that he loves the spooky candle, and also, of course, gotta love the fortune teller set being right here.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just seen your mask. That's so cool.
I've just seen the moustache.
The moustache. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's my idiot outfit. It's just, party time.
Of course.
I was going to say that the costumes could be either trophies of people who've stayed here. I'm using "stay" as a euphemism, or the identities that you adopt to fool your other, maybe your residents or your other reps.
Yeah, I feel like there's a mystery to be solved here, so I'm back in my mystery outfit.
Oh yeah.
Because something's going on.
I like the identity theory. I'm really into the kind of movie camera on the book.
Ah, yeah. That gives me like escape room vibes. Like, is this a clue? Is there some kind of clue between the projector and the books? We need to know.
Maybe if we restart, I'll say it's an escape room, because I feel like that's quite a cool idea.
Oh, I wonder
if like figure out how it all fits together to get the clues.
I wonder if there's a way to kind of like make an escape room in Animal Crossing. Interesting.
Is this a custom design on your lamp?
So it is the same one as in the kitchen.
Yes, I thought it was.
Just yeah, because I wanted to use it, and I think I had a plain lamp there before, and when you think about all of the things that you can customize.
Yes.
And there's so many.
Yeah.
I think as well that I wish you could buy in bulk the customization kit. I know you get 5.
Yeah.
But the first time we got 30 or something, and it was like, I need to just be able to buy them in 50s.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same with shrubs, or is it shrubs? Same with shrubs or trees, or something like that. I always feel like 5 isn't enough. Also, 5's an odd number, and if I'm making shrubs, I'm normally trying to achieve some kind of symmetry somewhere.
I feel like I went a bit overboard on shrubs as soon as they came out, and then I kind of purposefully slowed myself down.
Like all things, it's like we all have to go like crazy on like the new features before we learn how to restrict our worst impulses. Like I was saying before we started streaming, like a lot of my islands is just like a terraformed mess now. But I'll fix it one day.
Yeah, so that is kind of Desta Cove.
Desta Cove.
Incredible island.
Yeah, Desta Cove. Super fun. I love how much nature there is.
Time for bed.
Exactly. I don't have a bed outfit.
I don't think I do either.
I'm gonna in honor of Sprocket, I'm gonna say that I go to bed in my luchador outfit. Shrinky's got his wrench in the air. Yes. Okay. I guess this is the bedtime outfits. It feels weird not to end with a KK slider, but it's great that we get to end it in a dungeon, at least.
Yeah. That's what he would have wanted.
Thank you for inviting us to Desta Cove.
You're very welcome. I hope that the tour was interesting enough.
It was brilliant.
Yeah, I hope that you'll let us come back sometime to see how it might change, if it changes.
Yeah, I don't know if it will, to be honest. I'm a very slowly and surely things eventually change if I get bored of something, but it takes me quite a while to get bored of it because I'm like, okay, I'm happy with this. I've finally done something that I like. You shall stay here forever.
I find it so hard once I've got something I half like to then destroy it, even if it means I can make something better. Like on my island, there's a baseball field that I keep recreating, and it's gotten better and better, but at the expense of like things that surround it. So I've had to finally kind of decide to destroy like a kind of like forest clearing that I'd made in order to add more to the baseball field, and I kind of still feel a bit weird about it, but little by little, right?
Yeah, and when you get the thing that you want, I don't know, it feels good, doesn't it? To step out onto your island that you've created and be like, yes, this is it.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's the end of the stream. We'll just go, and so this week for KK Slider, everybody go to your like in-game record players, pick your favorite KK Slider and make sure you play it before you go to bed tonight, or play it or just put the Switch next to your bed and just hear it as you sleep to give you like great Sunday vibes tomorrow.
Make sure you look up the credits for the game on the internet and scroll down the page as you listen.
Exactly. Be grateful to every single person that gave you this amazing game. So the question is, thank you again for inviting us. Where can people find you online? I understand there is an Animal Crossing Twitter that our account follows.
Yes, I don't remember what it's called.
we're gonna put it. We'll put it in the YouTube version's description text.
But to be honest, I don't really tweet that much. I'm not much of a Twitterer. I think it's a mix of politics, RuPaul retweet, like really serious English politics stuff, and then random Animal Crossing pictures because that's the only way I upload them from my Switch. So
it's all politics and SheMZ. Shout out to all the Drag Race fans on the chat tonight. Yeah, and David, where can people find you?
They can find me on my podcast, Ass Town, a podcast about Animal Crossing, which I recommend checking out if you haven't checked it out before. And you can find that on highschoolclub.com, the website for this very scheme.
And of course, as we mentioned earlier, head on over to our website if you want to take part in our New Horizons travel guide. And all the kind of URLs are on screen right now. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. As always, we love getting to go on these island tours, and we hope to have many more. So if you haven't what am I wanting to say here? If you haven't seen a lot of these island tours yet, head on over to our YouTube page where we've uploaded everyone so far. Last week we had James's movie themed island. We've had loads of others. We mentioned Drag Race. We had a drag themed, not drag themed island, but we had the contest on People I Know's island, and had a murder mystery on Philippa's island. There's lots of good stuff to see on that page. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. And this is where I have to remember Tom Nook's quote for the end of the stream, which I struggle with every week, but I'm going to do it right now. With hope for our continued growth and to celebrate another week of New Horizons, this has been Astown. Good night.
Good night.